Men and women of the internet, you need not worry any longer, for you have been saved by Donald Trump. He announced today that he's essentially fixed America, and anything that you're worrying about has been solved and fixed. And obviously he's speaking and telling the truth, and if you don't agree, you're probably just a crazy little liberal. You're probably just a little sinner. You're probably a little demon. So we're gonna read this tweet. We're gonna figure out how he saved America. And then we'll go from there. But yeah, I just wanted to start by saying that if you don't believe this man, yeah, you're basically a traitor. You're a traitor of the country of the United States of America. I'd hate to be in your position. So, Biden ignored the housing market and instead was immersed with high crime, open borders, runaway inflation, the Afghanistan disaster, and a military that he left in chaos and confusion. Man, military was left in chaos and confusion. Apparently when Trump took office, he walked into a military base and people just running around like chickens with their head cut off. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Trump. Oh, President Trump, we're out of ammo. President Trump. The jets aren't working. They were in chaos and confusion. It is so crazy to even say that, because that is the expense of the country's image for one's own ego. Like, nobody would admit to this. Even if it was true, right? If it was true, it's especially not something you want to admit to. So coming up with a lie that is defamatory against the country that you're leading is insane. You get what I'm saying? Like, no, the military was not in chaos and confusion. For as far as I can tell, it hasn't changed too much what the military is doing outside of, the operations he's begun. From the friends that I have in the military, it's not like they've suddenly had this great order shift. They're getting paid more than ever before and things are just up and up right now. It's just not that different. Anyway, it's too early in this tweet for me to be getting stuck up. Everything was broken. My God, everything was broken. But I, as President of the United States, have already fixed it. Dang, he has fixed everything that was broken in America. I didn't know this, y'all. I didn't know this. Like, I woke up, saw this Truth Social tweet, text, whatever. And apparently, I haven't checked, to confirm it yet, but I'm guessing our debt is gone. The U.S. debt is gone. I'm guessing houses are back to being in, 1980s level. I think inflation's gone. Those eggs must be like half price now. He just must have information about the world, that he lives in, when he goes to the grocery store. You know what I'm saying? And when he goes to buy a house, a single family house, he must have information that I just don't have. But obviously he's telling the truth. So I can't wait to, get out there and buy a house, with a job where I'm bagging groceries again, like the past. I just can't wait to get out there and have access to these low interest loans, that they had access to. Wow, he's fixed everything. Now I am giving special attention to the housing market because I chose not to sell Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac in my first time, a truly great decision. And against the advice of the experts, it is now worth $200 billion in cash. Because of this, I am instructing my representatives to buy $200 billion in mortgage bonds. This will drive mortgage rates down, monthly payments down, and make the cost of owning a home more affordable. I'm sorry to tell you, $200 million in mortgage bonds isn't that big of an effect on anything that we have going on. It's something. Yeah, it's significant. But I mean, even compared to the numbers that BlackRock holds currently in terms of real estate and the rest of the portfolio of just other companies that can deploy, move, or liquidate that amount of capital or make a decision to begin deciding to do so at any point in time, it's really not that big of a deal. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what economists told him that this would work. Maybe it will. Maybe this is something that actually has a little bit of validity and I need to look into. But as a very basic concept, it doesn't make any sense. Buying $200 billion of mortgage bonds, I don't see how that's magically going to change interest rates, but he'll never lie to us. He'll never lie to us. So let's continue. Because of this, I'm instructing, okay, we read that. This will drive mortgage rates down, monthly payments down, and make the cost of owning a home more affordable. It is one of my many steps in restoring affordability. This dude said a couple months ago that affordability doesn't exist. It's a buzzword used by the Democrats. And like, you shouldn't care about affordability. He said that. And the funniest thing when I hear him talk is like, I think about the corrupt ways that his followers will twist his words to give them validity. It's very similar to how people will twist the Bible to be whatever they need at any given moment. Like, whatever he says has some truth in some way. It's insanity. Let's finish this up. It is one of my many steps in restoring affordability, something that the Biden administration absolutely destroyed. We are bringing back the American dream that was destroyed by the last administration. Make America great again. Wow. Wow, this is ground shattering stuff. I didn't have faith before, but clearly there's some things that I don't understand, There's some things that he spoke about that I guess I just haven't noticed in the country that I live in yet. And I'm sure he visits the grocery stores more often than I do. And, I'm sure he's much more affected by things like interest rates. I'm sure he doesn't have a house and he's trying to buy one in his young age and everything. So, I'm just glad. Shout out to him, Yeah, but that's it. That's enough sarcasm.